Hello students, we are dealing with the unit of inverse Laplace transform of our M3 syllabus. So far we have discussed different methods to find inverse Laplace transform of the given function of S. Now in this video lecture we will see how to find inverse Laplace transform of the functions of S which are involving the exponential term containing S. So this is nothing but the inverse Laplace transform of some special functions. Here first we will see the Heaviside unit step function, Laplace transform results and corresponding inverse Laplace transform result. In unit 1 already we have seen the Laplace transform results of the Heaviside's unit step functions. Now we will see the corresponding inverse Laplace transform results. The first result we have seen is L of u of t minus a equal to 1 upon s e raised to minus as. Therefore, taking inverse LT on both the sides of this result, we get L inverse of 1 upon s e raised to minus as equal to u of t minus a. Now if we put a equal to 0 in the Laplace transform result, this one, we get the next result. So L of u of t is equal to 1 upon s, and hence L inverse of 1 upon s is u of t. One more result we have seen, that is L of f of t minus a into u of t minus a equal to e raised to minus as into L of f of t. We are using L of f of t as f bar of s notation. So taking inverse LT on both the sides of this result, we get L inverse of e raised to minus as into f bar of s is equal to f of t minus a into u of t minus a. As far as the university exam of M3 is concerned, this topic is not having that much weightage as the weightage for method of partial fraction and the use of convolution theorem. But such type of examples may be asked in MCQ form in mid-sem exams. So we will see some examples where we are going to apply this result. The procedure is very simple. First you have to compare the given function with this form and identify f bar of s and the value of a. Find inverse Laplace transform of this f bar of s using previously studied methods, and then replace t by t minus a and multiply that result by u of t minus a. You will get the inverse LT of the given function which is in this form. So let us see some solved examples. Question will be the common type. Find the inverse Laplace transform of. First example, e raised to minus as upon s plus b bracket raised to 5 by 2. See, you can easily identify whether the given example to be solved using this method or not because of the presence of this type of factor in the given function of s. Okay, see, we will see the solution. First we will write the standard result, that is L inverse of e raised to minus as f bar of s is equal to f of t minus a into u of t minus a. Now we will compare this given function with this standard form and you can easily identify that a equal to a itself and f bar of s is equal to 1 upon s plus b bracket raised to 5 by 2. So this is the first step to identify the value of a and the function f bar of s. The second step is you have to find the inverse LT of this f bar of s using the previously studied methods. Now here s is appearing with the s plus minus a form, so obviously you have to apply first shifting theorem method of inverse LT to find L inverse of this f bar of s. So we get e raised to minus bt. At the same time this s plus b becomes s only, so e raised to minus bt into L inverse of 1 upon s raised to 5 by 2. Now since this function is in the form of 1 upon s raised to n with n fraction, not an integer, so you have to apply the corresponding result for inverse Laplace transform of 1 upon s raised to n as t raised to n minus 1 divided by gamma n. Here n is 5 by 2, so n minus 1 means 3 by 2. So numerator here becomes t raised to 3 by 2 and denominator is gamma 5 by 2. Now we are having one property of gamma function, that is gamma n plus 1 is equal to n gamma n. This gamma 5 by 2 can be written as gamma 3 by 2 plus 1. So here n is equal to 3 by 2, so this becomes 3 by 2 gamma 3 by 2. Again this gamma 3 by 2 can be written as gamma 1 by 2 plus 1. So now n becomes 1 by 2 and it becomes 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2. And we know that gamma 1 by 2 value is square root of pi. So using all these gamma function properties and results, we get the simplified function of t as 4 upon 3 root pi e raised to minus bt t raised to 3 by 2. This is your function of t, that is L inverse of this f bar of s. But this is not the final answer. Now in this f of t you have to replace t by t minus a. So in this f of t, wherever there is t, it becomes t minus a and the function get multiplied by u of t minus a. So this is your final answer for inverse LT of this given function. Now we will see one more example. The solution is very similar. Here you can easily identify that a equal to pi and f bar of s is equal to 1 upon s square minus 2s plus 2. Now here quadratic and linear, both the terms are present and both are connected by minus sign. So surely we have to apply first shifting theorem for inverse LT, and for that reason we require the terms in perfect square form. So first we will write this with perfect square form as s square minus 2s plus 2 can be written as s square minus 2s plus 1 plus 1, so that these three terms inside a round bracket can be written as 1 upon s minus 1 bracket square plus 1. So s minus 1 square indicates that you have to apply first shifting theorem, which gives us the result as e raised to t into L inverse of 1 upon s square plus 1. This is the standard result. This is Laplace transform of sin t. So L inverse of 1 upon s square plus 1 is nothing but sin t, and hence you are getting here f of t as e raised to t into sin t. Now we have to just replace t by t minus a. Here a is pi, so wherever there is t in f of t, you have to write it as t minus pi. So you get the final answer as L inverse of e raised to minus pi s upon s square minus 2s plus 2 equal to e raised to t minus pi into sine of t minus pi, and this result is multiplied by u of t minus a, that is u of t minus pi. So this is your final answer for the given function of s. Now one more similar example. S into e raised to minus 2s. Comparing with the standard form, we get here a equal to 2 and f bar of s is equal to s upon s square plus 2s plus 2. Now concentrate on the denominator. Denominator is containing both quadratic and linear term connected by plus sign. So obviously you have to first write the denominator with square form so that you can easily take its inverse LT. So taking inverse LT, we get this step. Now write this s square plus 2s plus 2 as s square plus 2s plus 1 plus 1. Here you have just splitted 2 as 1 plus 1 because this round bracket terms are nothing but square expansion of s plus 1. So we can write this as L inverse of denominator s plus 1 square plus 1. Now since denominator is containing s plus 1, so every s in the numerator should be in the form of s plus 1, and for this reason the numerator s is written as s plus 1 minus 1. Now apply for shifting theorem. You get here e raised to minus t and L inverse of s minus 1 upon s square plus 1. Every s you have to write as s because already you have written e raised to minus t. Now applying linearity property for this term, you can write L inverse of s upon s square plus 1 minus L inverse of 1 upon s square plus 1. As you know that L inverse of s upon s square plus 1 is cos t and L inverse of 1 upon s square plus 1 is sin t. So you get here f of t as e raised to minus t into cos t minus sin t. Now you have to just replace t by t minus 2 as a equal to 2 from the given function exponential term. So e raised to minus of t minus 2 into cos of t minus 2 minus sin of t minus 2, and this result is multiplied by u of t minus 2. So this is your answer. Now referring these three solved examples, you can solve examples given as practice example at last. Now the second special function you have seen in unit 1 is Dirac delta function. Now we will just see the corresponding inverse LT results for this special function Dirac delta function. We have seen the Laplace transform and now we are going to see inverse Laplace transform. The first Laplace transform result is L of delta of t minus a is equal to e raised to minus as. Therefore, L inverse of e raised to minus as is equal to delta of t minus a. Now if in this result a equal to 0, then we get the next result as L of delta of t is equal to 1 as e raised to 0 is nothing but 1. So corresponding inverse LT result is L inverse of 1 is equal to delta t. Remember L of 1 is 1 upon s, but L inverse of 1 is equal to delta of t. This result is very important. Most of the time in mid-sem exam or in competitive exam, this result is asked for 1 or 2 marks. So remember, L inverse of 1 is nothing but the Dirac delta function at A equal to 0. So these results are very important as far as the inverse LT and Dirac delta functions are considered. Now some examples for practice. So referring the solved example in case of Heaviside unit step function, you can solve these examples. The first example can be solved referring first solved example. The second example can be solved using the method of partial fraction, as here f bar of s is equal to 1 upon s square into s square plus 1, or you can find inverse LT of this f bar of s using convolution theorem method also. So in any case, using any method, you will get the same answer. And the third example is again here f bar of s is equal to 1 upon s square into s plus a. So you can apply convolution theorem or method of partial fraction to get inverse LT of f bar of s, that is f of t, and then replace t by minus b as e raised to minus bs is present over here. And don't forget to multiply f of t minus a by the corresponding u of t minus a function. So solve these three examples, refer the solved examples, and verify your answers with this given answers. Thank you very much for listening patiently. Have a nice day.